In today's news, 7 schools to compete in upcoming chess tournament. HLSCC launches a pilot soil analysis laboratory in partnership with the University of Portsmouth. ANEGADA Airport has been reopened. Minister issues an apology to the ANEGADA community as well as Virgin Gorda and promises to soon have Virgin Gorda facilities for fire trucks. Bickerton speaks on football stadium as part of his legacy. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. What on there? You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Wednesday's wish to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast today on some very unfortunate news. Earlier today, December 6th, 2023, shortly after 9 a.m. at the Long Bay Beef Island beach, an elderly tourist, a female, age range 80 years, visiting via charter boat, not yet identified, died. Once taken to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital, she had a near-drowning experience on the beach where paramedics and persons who were there did their best to make sure that she was safe. She was taken via ambulance to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital after the near-drowning snorkeling incident, it is alleged. And once arrived, she died on arrival. Of course, the police have yet to provide a full investigation or report rather on what happened, and investigations are still ongoing. We will, of course, to keep you posted on the matters pertaining to that incident. The Virgin Gorda Airport and the Captain Auguste George Airport on ANEGADA are expected to have facilities in the early 2024 to house the fire trucks on the two sister islands. The Managing Director, Mr. Kurt Minal, confirmed the news in an interview with 284 Media on Tuesday. This was after the ANEGADA Airport was forced to close following the transfer of its lone fire truck to Virgin Gorda to accommodate for the absence of the fire truck at Virgin Gorda Airport, which is out of commission and awaiting replacement parts. Minal said the airport's authority is fully aware of the dangers that exist with having the fire tenders exposed to the elements of the environment without protection and, of course, the barriers in place, and that plans are in place to address those issues.
Over the years, we have had a high turnover of trucks in Virgin Gorda and ANEGADA, and that's because of the exposure to the elements. So the plan moving forward is to, in the case of Virgin Gorda, we actually retrofitting a facility as we speak, and it should be prepared by January to support the new vehicle that we're going to get. In the case of ANEGADA, we recently sent up a retrofitted tent as a temporary measure, and the plan is to put in a more permanent facility. Because what we've seen over the last, 10 to 15 years even, is that we keep on changing over trucks because there's no facility to house them in. So while we buy high quality trucks, when you just put them out there to be exposed to the elements, there's a lot of rust and corrosion and a number of issues that creep up because of that. So we want to alleviate that by putting in the facilities and doing it properly moving forward.
Minal also explained why the decision was made to have the lone fire tender at the ANEGADA Airport temporarily removed and relocated to Virgin Gorda. He said 24 flights were scheduled for the Virgin Gorda Airport over the weekend, which was a stark contrast when compared to ANEGADA's airport, which had no scheduled flights. The BVI Airports Authority, they say their main concern was to have medical evacuation services available to ANEGADA during the closure of the airport An objective that was achieved after applying for and getting approval from the Air Safety Support International organization.
In terms of making the decision to move the fire tender from ANEGADA to Virgin Gorda, the situation actually started where there was a malfunction with the one truck in Virgin Gorda. And we considered various options given the situation, because what happened was over that weekend, we would have had plans for 8 scheduled flights on the Saturday from just one airline into Virgin Gorda, and about 16 on the Sunday. And you know, they feed the economy, the tourism industry there. In the case of ANEGADA, we had no requests for flights over the weekend at all. So as we considered the various options, because my team and I presented about 3 options to me, and each was risk assessed in its own right. And it was determined that the best option moving forward was to take the truck from ANEGADA over to Virgin Gorda while we source the part, and put all our energies into sourcing the part, of course, and getting this rectified as soon as possible. Our contingency was to seek permission from approval from RC to allow medivacs in emergency situations to get people out of ANEGADA. Actually, the very next day we had a situation where a lady had to be medevac, and we facilitated that immediately. So we got that approval from the regulator.
Now, the airport's boss also revealed that mold was a previous issue affecting the operation on the ANEGADA airport, but said it has been treated following a recent assessment. He said there is still the need to have measures taken to further address the issue of mold and to eventually have the building expanded to better accommodate the staff as well as travelers.
So in the case of ANEGADA, an environmental assessment was done of the building, because the issue really in ANEGADA was centered around mold. So there was actually an assessment done, so we know the actual extent of the mold infestation, and it was treated and alleviated to a great extent. And the maintenance team is actually considering various options to insulate the building. But there's definitely the need for the expansion of the building, because the firemen are constrained by using the same area really that the passengers and the public use. So that's an issue we have to address, because we need proper facilities for the firemen as well. So the building definitely needs to expand for the benefit of the firemen and to improve the level of service provided to the traveling public.
The August George Airport on ANEGADA has reopened following the return of its fire truck from the Virgin Gorda Airport. Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, confirmed the reopening in a statement to the public on Tuesday. He said, and I quote, "I take this opportunity to announce that the stationed fire truck has been returned to ANEGADA, which has resulted in the reopening of the August George Airport. Your safety and well-being have been a top priority throughout this process." Minister Reimer also took the time to issue an apology to the residents of ANEGADA for any inconvenience that may have been caused during the days closed. He said, and I quote, "I want to acknowledge the inconvenience that our residents on the sister islands of ANEGADA have faced due to the unintentional delay. Please accept our sincere apologies for any disruption caused. I understand the challenges this has presented, and I want to assure you that every effort has been made to expedite the delivery to minimize further inconvenience in this regard." The airport was forced to close over the weekend, as we mentioned, after a decision was made to send its fire tender to Virgin Gorda Airport. This was due to the Virgin Gorda Airport's fire tender that became inoperational after it experienced mechanical issues. And moving right along, viewers, we have more in store. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Yo, everything good there?
Aye. This thing got me one way, daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing our newscast on the local scene. Continuing to expand its network of international environmental partners, the H. Lavely Stout Community College has signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Portsmouth, UK. Take a look at this report. The developing relationship was initiated as part of the UK Darwin Plus initiative-funded multi-purpose oil survey led by the BVI's Department of Disaster Management in partnership with Portsmouth University and HLSCC. President of HLSCC, Dr. Richard Georges, said, and I quote, "The purpose of the agreement with Portsmouth University is to support the exchange of information related to teaching and research in fields of mutual interest, especially including ecology, resilience, environment, and geosciences." Dean of Workforce Training at HLSCC, Ms. Marva Wheatley explained, and I quote, "HLSCC's Center for Applied Marine Studies hosted 4 workshops in soil sampling and soil analysis during 2023 with participants from several public sector environmental agencies as part of the ongoing study. She went on to explain that one key aim of the project was to help establish a soil laboratory housed at the Marine Center. Director of Marine and Maritime Studies, Ms. Suzanne Zazolki, commented that it is hoped that the agreement will help the Center for Applied Marine Studies to advance its capacity environmental studies with an emphasis on laboratory analysis. Director Zazolki further explained that the healthy soil plays an important but often overlooked role in the health of our coastal and marine environment. She also added that HLSCC lab technician Brianna Dawson Sheriff has been instrumental in helping to establish the Soil Analysis Laboratory. Mrs. Dawson Sheriff, who attended the series of 2023 soil workshops that were a part of the larger project, trained 2 recent HLSCC graduates, Michaela Potter and Pearlie Grace, in laboratory methods. Along with staff from the Department of Disaster Management, the HLSCC team members helped to process samples for the ongoing soil study. HLSCC Mangrove Nursery Manager Miss Gian Jeffers further explained that the new HLSCC Soil Analysis Lab would be of great value to the Marine Center's Mangrove Nursery, supporting training of interns in soil analysis at mangrove restoration sites, especially at sites where regeneration has proved to be problematic. Lead scientist in the multi-purpose soil survey and professor at Portsmouth University, Dr. Richard Toohey, said, and I quote, "The new soil analysis laboratory at the H. Lavely Stout Community College Marine Center is providing much needed data for improved management of soils under different types of land use, from farming and biodiversity conservation through to construction and waste disposal." The H. Lavely Stout Community College has officially launched a number of certificate training programs throughout its workforce division, including the Basic Carpentry Certificate Program. Dean of Workforce Division, Ms. Marva Wheatley, recently spent some time on site with our news team to showcase the site and speak on the program.
The Basic Carpentry Training Program is designed to provide students with knowledge and competency-based skills to prepare them for entry-level positions in the construction industry. Now, this program is aligned with the construction-related training for the National Council in Construction Education Research, called NSAR, the acronym. And NSAR provides training in 70 areas pertaining to construction, and they also provide the basic core curriculum. And we have aligned this basic carpentry with that NSAR core curriculum. So students who take this program will get those knowledge-based and competency-based skills to become certified. And we are hoping to change the way how we do business here in the construction industry. As you would notice, after the hurricanes, and we've seen a lot of shortcuts because things just were not done to standards. And we want to train our students to industry standards.
Dean Wheatley also spoke about the importance of this program in creating a well-versed and well-trained workforce for the entire Virgin Islands.
We are starting here. We would like our students to be trained to industry standards. Our courses are aligned right now where persons can take the AES certification exams if they would like to. But I would like to, and on behalf of the institution, to be able to bring persons with entry-level skills with national standards to the industry. And we just would ask the industry to work with us as much as possible. We are open to donors to help us get some of the tools and equipment that we need to carry out our training, because we need you to help us better prepare these young people for the industry.
And for persons interested, Dean Wheatley spoke about this process.
For basic carpentry, we'll ask folks to reach out to the Workforce Training Division. We have Mr. Akeem Lewis, that's ALOUIS, at HLSCC.edu.vg, and he can be contacted on telephone 852-7176, and he can provide more information. We have information about our basic carpentry program out on social media. There is a QR code that you can scan, and that will put you right in touch with us, and we can get information directly out to you. Now, for the basic carpentry training, we only have 12 seats. Wow. It is hands-on. We want to ensure that everybody gets the same kind of attention so we could measure those skills. For the measurement of skills, our students will be assessed by computer-based exams in our computer lab upstairs. They will also have quizzes. There is 260 hours of classroom and practical training, 176 hours of pre-apprenticeship training. So we want to prepare our students with skills here on the college campus before we send them out with the construction companies for another 416 hours of apprentice training. So altogether, this program brings 852 hours of training. You can't beat that.
For the full interview, visit all Tweet4 media platforms. Up next, viewers, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on December 25th, 2023, the beloved Longbush Christmas Day Parade will take and make a long-awaited comeback following an almost a decade-long absence. The extremely vibrant community parade was last held in 2013, organized by the Christmas in Longbush Committee in collaboration with the 4th District Representative, the Honorable Luce Hodge-Smith. The fan-favorite event is set to take place on Christmas morning at 11 a.m. Festivities will kick off at the Longbush Bandstand. Parade coordinator Josette Allen appeared on the Talking Point show on December 4th to share news of the parade's exciting return after its unexplained lengthy hiatus. She highlighted that the annual fair was sorely missed by all in the past 9 years.
Whichever one of you want to start is fine. You can tell me.
Well, our overall mission or purpose is to continue the traditional. Sorry, thank you.
And I'm having signal to tell you.
Parade.
Yes, the speaker. Okay.
In Longbush.
Okay. It's a traditional, but I noticed
in
on
the 4th district, yes.
Yeah, in the 4th district. And did you have any support from your
district rep?
District rep? So she's all in favor of this. Wonderful.
Yes.
That's loose. She knows culture things. Yeah. Great. So when is this going to be? On Christmas Day?
Christmas Day.
So do you have things in full swing already? You're working on it. You're working on it. Oh my goodness. This is a rebirth because this organization, this committee was working before, because I found something on Vino that gave me an indication that it was going on from back in 2007.
Yes.
And the last one you had was in 2013.
13, yeah.
So why did it stop?
Well,
the pictures
it
just stopped.
Yeah, we don't know exactly why.
Yeah.
But after so long, we missed it. We people in the committee.
Attendees can look forward to a festive atmosphere filled with music, food, rides for children, and cultural activities.
That's our tech man. He's making sure that they can hear us. Come in a little closer. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
This is something everybody wants to back, so we decided to come together as a committee and bring it back.
So when you start, what are you going to be doing? You're going to have food and drinks, and tell us. Let's hear. Entertainment, live entertainment.
Yeah, live entertainment. The bouncy, we have a train ride.
Oh, you have a what?
Train ride.
Where is it going?
In one sort, the kids.
The kids?
A little
train ride?
No.
Just a little train ride for the kids.
And right now we're thinking on having a donkey ride.
Don't let Damien go on the donkey.
Okay, we will do that.
Okay.
We planning on having the plat rope.
Oh.
Plaiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we having DJs in the parade. So our CCT supposed to have a float
right
going on, and we have we're expecting to have
bands on the road,
bands, the DJs,
yeah,
and at the bandstand now we having the live bands. So when you finish the route, we lead you to the bandstand.
Now, after traversing Main Street and Lower Estate, the parade will loop back to the Longbush Bandstand. The Christmas in Longbush Committee aims to recapture the inclusive spirit and excitement that made the original event a staple. And on the sporting area, former president of the BVI Football Association, Andy Bickerton, says he would like the Greenland Football Stadium to be a part of his football legacy after serving nearly 2 decades at the helm of the local football association. After announcing his retirement, which came into effect on November 30th, 2023, Bickerton was credited by the BVI Football Association for his role in successfully lobbying the government of the Virgin Islands to lease land at Greenland East End for the development of the football stadium that is also expected to include an athletics track. The 2,600-seater facility remains under construction with works to continue throughout 2024. In a recent interview with Bickerton, our news agency asked what he would like to be remembered for while serving as president.
I would certainly like to be remembered for getting the stadium built. Obviously it hasn't finished yet, but the FA are on the verge of signing the agreement with FIFA so that we can get the stand in. Once we get the stand in, then it means that we'll be able to play national team games and regional club games at night under the lights on a good quality surface, which I think will help both the national teams and our clubs.
Bickerton also explained how the completed facility will benefit the development of football at the club and international level once it is completed.
Because we would like our clubs to be able to enter into the regional competitions like the Caribbean Shield and so on and so forth, because we are in a situation where a percentage of the players that play on the National League, on clubs in the National League, are not able to represent the British Virgin Islands because they don't have a British passport, and we still have the legacy of belongers not being allowed to represent the BVI, which we've always felt is very unfair. But thanks to the success of our youth program, we've managed to bring through a lot of young players into the national team who are born and bred British Virgin Islanders.
7 schools are set to participate in the upcoming Ministry of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports Inter-Secondary School Chess Tournament being held from December 12th to the 13th. The 7 registered secondary schools in the tournament include the Brigado Flax Educational Center, the Claudia Creaky Educational Center, Siboney Center for Excellence, Cedar International School, the Elmer Stout High School, St. George's Secondary School, and the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies. Minister for Education, Youth Affairs and Sports, the Honorable Cherie B. de Castro, said the sport of chess contributes to the critical thinking element of the STEAM approach education. The minister said, and I quote, "At Innovation Week 2023, we saw how the chess portion was a huge success, consistent from the previous year. This year, the young men, specifically the seniors from the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies, did not want to leave the chess station. From this, we anticipate the excitement of the inter-secondary school tournament to be riveting and change the way, not only in reimagining education, but also by adding to the landscape and culture of sports in the territory." Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Marcia Potter, said the ministry supports the initiative of chess in schools and added, and I quote, "We have embraced chess as an invaluable tool in our STEAM approach, as all children can benefit from learning the game." Acting Chief Education Officer Mrs. Orlando Crabb stated that studies have shown that playing chess build necessary skills needed in the 21st century. Mrs. Crabb said, and I quote, "Chess fits well with STEAM education because it addresses high-order thinking, skills, analyzing, evaluating, and creating." She said, "Chess allows children to focus, plan, think ahead, and even visualize moves in a structured and logical manner, as they must learn to adapt quickly after receiving an unexpected move, making them flexible and creative." Day 1 of the tournament will begin on Tuesday, December 12th, and will see the participating registering schools. An opening ceremony will also be held at 9 a.m., followed by the commencement of the initial rounds. Day 2 and the final day of the competition will be Wednesday, December 13th. Participants will check in at 8:45 a.m., followed by announcements and then the rounds. The afternoon session will have the semifinals and finals, followed by the closing ceremony and awards presentation. The tournament will be at the multi-purpose sports complex, and the public is invited to support the schools and their players. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Happy Wednesday. Goodbye.